Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Mailbox Power Mastermind call. We meet every Monday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Mountain, 10 a.m. Central, and 11 a.m. So those like Lulu are having lunch right now when others of us are having breakfast. But we meet every Monday morning, and this call is for affiliates that are growing their Mailbox Power business. But this is not strictly about growing a Mailbox Power business. If this is about growing your other business alongside Mailbox Power, because Mailbox Power is such a great tool to grow other businesses. So this is a mastermind, not just of how to make money with Mailbox Power, but how to make money in whatever business you are in, how to increase that revenue stream. And we love starting the week because it's always fun to start the week with wins and positive things. So, does anybody have any wins from last week in reference to Mailbox Power? Kimberly.
I did a presentation with a friend who's a realtor, and she signed up on Friday for the 3-month package.
Yay!
And then I said, okay, when we're gonna get together? And she's like, well, I'm not really free on Saturday. And I'm like, okay, work with me. When can you get together with me on Sunday? Because I really do stuff on Sunday. And she said, okay, I can get together with you at 4 o'clock. So we
Nice.
got together, and she said, look, I do have a habit of starting things and not following through. And I said, not with me.
Good for
Not
you.
with me. Maybe with a lot of other things, but not with me. I said, what is one of the most important things that you want to do using this platform? And she said, I have a client who I sold $1 million home to who's
Oh,
having an
wow.
anniversary. And I said, great. I said, we're going to start small and we're going to work up to it. In the meantime, I'm having her work on her contacts. So she has referred me to 4 other people, which I've done a presentation with, and I've sent cookies in a card because I want them to have an experience. So I told her, I said, well, you got to get in, because if these other ladies want to get started, I need your link.
Yeah.
So she
Yep.
said, what I'd like to do, Kimberly, is have you present to the CEO and 200 other agents.
Nice.
Now, is it crazy for me to want to hold off on that and want to work with her to have a result? Because
No,
I, she's proof. She needs proof still.
she
Um,
doesn't need proof to go to the brokerage. And
right.
this
Well,
is what
maybe
I
I do.
would. No, you don't. You have proof sitting all around you. There are tons of real estate testimonials. Go grab some, and when you do the presentation, put those testimonials in there. Let them speak for you about how it works for real estate agents, because you're not a real estate agent and they're not
That's
going to
right.
trust you. They're
That's
going to
right.
trust another real estate agent. Go pull Steve Angelines, go pull Tina Billavos, go pull like Kelly Wheelers, go pull there's
And
quite a
I've
few
watched them
out
all.
there.
I mean, that's what I shared with each of them in the presentation I did with them. And the presentation was more of a conversation. It wasn't really like, and I didn't go into all the details. I said, that's for you to do at your leisure and make an informed decision. I didn't go through all the blah, blah, blah.
So
So I don't need
Kimberly,
proof.
yep. Kimberly, if you want coaching offline, I do have to charge a small fee. But if you want coaching offline, I present to real estate agents all the time and already have presentations put together for when you're meeting with a whole brokerage or a whole audience of real estate agents. So if you'd like that, reach out.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And I got an idea. I got this in my mail,
Uh-huh.
and I have all of the contact information of all the candidates, their address, their email, their everything. So I'm
Nice.
going to prospect them. I'm going to send them first an email, then I'm going to do a postcard, then I'm going to do a big postcard. You never know.
Nice. Congratulations. Good job.
Thanks.
But yes, I would reach out because she already told you she starts things and doesn't really, and you're like, not with me, we're going to get a result, but it might take longer to get a result with her than maybe another agent in the brokerage that then will blow up that brokerage and everybody would be using it. So I, the time is now.
Thank you for that tip. And it's not a big box agency. It's a small family thing. So I'm excited.
Nice.
Awesome. And is it there locally?
They're local in Fresno, California.
Okay. It might be worth a trip to Fresno to do it in person and bring some brownies and cookies and stuff with
Oh
you.
my gosh, I hadn't even thought of that.
And bring the gifts so that they can see it. Cause I do some on Zoom, but a lot of my presentations, if I can, I like to do them in person because then I can take the products to show. So they won't have experience necessarily getting a box before the presentation,
They can see.
but they can see what it is, and then you can send them a thank you for attending afterwards.
That's a great idea. Thank you
And if
so
you're
much. I hadn't
really
thought
going to
of
go
that.
crazy,
Yep.
if you're really going to go crazy, get a board with the brokerage name on it and have a drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh,
Yep.
fabulous.
Or a board, or you can do a coffee mug or a water bottle or something with the
Pizza cutter.
brokerage name, pizza cutter. It can even be the bowl. It can be the square bowl. I mean, it can the duo or the trio, because they can put that on their desk and put paper clips and rubber bands and stuff in it. Yeah. I always
I love it. Thank you so much.
I always do a drawing at in-person presentations so that I can collect their information and I can follow up. And if I draw a name and they haven't completely filled out the contact form, I say, oh, too bad, Marie, your name was just drawn, but you didn't give me all your information, so I have to draw another name.
Ooh.
I'm serious about they have to fill the entire thing out or they are not eligible for the drawing.
That's good. Good stuff.
Or you can say, but before I draw another name, would you like to fill your slip in?
I like that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I know Lulu had a win.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say one more thing to Kimberly. I don't know if you were on the call last week, but Brenda had the idea. What she does for people is make a folder of some of the top cards that people need to get started. And your realtor who starts things and doesn't finish them, make a folder. So don't give her the whole card catalog to deal from. And don't even mention, I think, to start off, that she can create her own.
Yeah.
I would probably keep it simple and pick maybe 2 of each category, create a folder and share that folder with her and get her started.
So for those who are listening that are a folder, what's Lulu talking about? It's a favorites folder. You're going to have to go back and watch last week's replay in order to find out about it. But yes, that's a great way. And I always have a bonus folder so that if somebody signs up from that presentation, especially if it's a real estate, go build a real estate bonus folder.
Wow.
And the top real estate designs that are used, because we have a lot. So go pick the top designs and put it in a folder so that they don't have to search the automation templates and the design templates. And that's one of your bonuses you can offer, but they only get it if they sign up that day or within. Sometimes I don't have time at the end to sign everybody up. So I say by Friday. As long as you call me and sign up by Friday, you will get all of these bonuses. Yep. Marie.
Oh, I was just gonna.
Oh,
say.
go ahead, Kimber. Oh, Lulu.
It's okay.
That's right. You had a win. No.
I'm working.
Win.
I'm working on nonprofits, and I did sign up Habitat for Humanity here in Chester
Yay!
County. So, and then I'm working on 2 different branches of the YMCA here. And then I got 2 more referrals to a couple of nonprofits here. So I'm on a roll. But
Nice.
the one
Well,
so
I
far
might, you've reached out to me in the past for help with things. Since you are on a roll with nonprofits, we have a ton of them here in Colorado Springs. I may be reaching out to you, Lulu, for advice, because if it's working and you're being successful with it, you know, there's a wealth of knowledge on this mastermind. And I'm sure that anybody would be willing to help somebody else out on this
Absolutely.
call. So make sure you tap into, if you have something that if you have a nonprofit you've been talking to and not having success, you might want to reach out to Lulu, a phone call, an email or something, and say, hey, I've got a nonprofit I've been talking to, but I haven't had success. You got any suggestions for me? That's what this call is all about. So, Marie.
So I just had a thought as Kimberly was talking, and you, Brenda, were talking with her about a presentation for realtors, and you were talking about doing a drawing. Well, you should always do a drawing, totally get that. But I think you could use the drawing as a way to give them a tip for growing their clientele. And this is what I mean by that. So if you have a QR code on your PowerPoint and you're saying, now we're getting ready to have a drawing, only those who fill out the form can participate. But I'm using this also to show you how you can grow your list of clients. Okay, so you get them to do the QR code, fill out the form. And before you do the drawing, say, how many of you do open houses? How many of you follow up with the people who come through the open houses? You could have a QR code on your little table. When they come in, tell them they're going to be entered into a drawing if they fill out the form, just like I'm having you do right now. And of course, now you have their contact information and you can follow up.
I love that, Marie,
So,
because I've done that on Zoom, but I've never done it at the in-person. And I was like, duh, why am I not doing it in the in-person? Because how many times have you gotten a slip that somebody's filled out, you can't read it
Right.
at all?
right.
And so that way you know that you can read it. Oh, Marie disappeared.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, there you are. Everybody's bouncing around. I'm like, she moved. But that's a great idea for even in-person ones. And I do talk to real estate agents in the presentation about having an open house and having them scan it and use it for a drawing for a $25 gift card or something for a local restaurant. So I need to take my own advice that I'm giving other people and put it in my own, even for in person. So I love it. Thank you. Anybody else? Well, I had a win, very much like Kimberly. I have been working with somebody for a while and talking to them. It's an HVAC company. And I had talked to him while we were in Vegas. He had reached out to me to learn a little bit more because his wife is in my BNI chapter. And we talked, and Thursday at BNI, she said, we need to get together. We want to move forward. And so Friday, I followed up with her, and Friday, I told her what she needed to do. I said, you need to get your list together. You need to go, because I had a whole bunch of meetings. I'm like, go to this link and sign up. And we had decided which package, and it was the executive 90-day package. So go sign up, put all your information in, get your contacts ready. I want you to think about what you want on the postcard, because they wanted to do marketing for cleanings, furnace cleanings. because they have another tech coming on and they need to fill their books so that they don't pay a tech that is sitting around with no work to do. So I said, I need you to think about all of that before we meet again later today. Or like you, Kimberly, I said, I am available on the weekend because I have the grandkids during the week a lot of the time. So weekends are when I get a lot of work done. And many people don't want to call me on the weekend, but it's actually one of the best times for me, not necessarily for all of you, but for you to reach me because of watching the grandkids. So she reached out, got it. She got it all signed up. I got the text saying she got signed up on the 90-day executive, which told me that she's follows through. And then we talked on Friday and I told her some more things she needed to do. On Saturday, we chatted for just a little bit. And then yesterday, I had sent her a video on Saturday because I was with my grandkids and didn't expect to be. And so I sent her a training video on how to set up the automation because she already had the card somewhat built. And so I sent her the video. And when we met yesterday, she had put together the automation. It was all done right. She had put the dynamic QR code, the link to the dynamic QR code. She had done it all. So those passing training videos out to your customers, as long as they're not tech savvy, and she's not very tech savvy. Let me put it that way. She's not very tech savvy at all, but she was able to accomplish it pretty much all on her own. And all it was me checking it to make sure it was all right. And it was all right. So we hit activate and they're going out today. So that was my win. One of the many that's in my funnel that for months, and I'm waiting for the rest of them to hit, came through on Friday. So Kimberly.
I think showing somebody and assuring somebody that they can use this system is key, because the Gloria, who I signed up, does not like the KV core system that she's using. She's like, I don't use it. It's intimidating. I don't. And I said, are you willing to look and learn a new technology that's a lot more user friendly? And she said, yes. So that can be really key when you have a new client, to have that conversation and assure them that this is something they can learn. It's not rocket science.
Yep.
Some of them put up barriers like, oh no, I can't do it. And it's like, well, then you can pay.
Yep. And that's what I always said. And I said to her, they were talking about paying me to do the postcards for them and doing the concierge. And then she's like, I have done some flyers and I've got some things already. Let me go try to do it on my own first, which is good. I mean, yeah, it's good. As much as having the extra work, the concierge is more income coming in. I would rather have the customer learn the system, because then they don't need me every single time they need to send something out of the system. And you have to do really good training with them to make sure they know how to use the automations once you have them set up. But again, remember I talked about the essentials. Now this one was a marketing, but I held her hand on this one, but not to the point that I did it for her. I made her share her screen and I made her do it from her end, because I have learned I'm one that likes to take over and do it because I can get it done quicker. But I have learned with clients that you need to let them control the mouse and the keyboard. Otherwise, next time they're going to call you, and the next time they're going to call you. So, you can teach a man to fish, or you can I'm getting it wrong. Lulu, Marie, somebody help me.
No, we know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know it.
Thing.
I know
Yeah.
it. You could teach a man You could give a man a fish and feed him
Fish.
a day, teach a man
Yeah.
a fish and feed him for a lifetime.
Exactly. Thank you. I'm like, I
Oh,
lost
Lord.
it out of my brain. So thank you for helping, Irma. Marie.
So something Kimberly said just has prompted this thought. I think it's not hard at all for people to see that this could be beneficial for them. But their next question is, in their mind, is, but can I do it?
Mhm.
And I love the way Kimberly phrased that question. Are you willing to learn a new technology, very user-friendly? But because my thing has always been, what you get with this is the platform.
Mhm.
And are you willing to learn the platform? So I love the way you phrase that, Kimberly. Are you willing? So
Yep. And I love, and it goes back to what Lulu said months and months ago, is you get the platform. And after that, there's a cost. If you, I always give my customers some time up front because it does take time to learn a new system. And I figure I want to earn the commissions long term, not just for 1 or 2 months. So I take the time and make sure that they have the essentials or whatever it is that they need to set up. I want to make sure that they know how to do that so that they can manipulate the system themselves. Or if they're one of those people that's like, I love this system, I see the value of it, Brenda, I could learn a new system. I don't have the time. I'd rather just pay somebody. There's a lot of people out there that would rather do what they're good at and spend their time making the money at what they're good at. And those type of people are good with they know they're good. They're good at productivity. In other words, they know what they're good at, and everything else they pay somebody else to do because they know that it's going to take them way longer than somebody else to get it done, which means it's costing them a lot of time and money away from their business. So it's okay to have somebody pay you, but at least give them the basics, and some will do it on their own. And if you teach them the basics and then they pay you, at least they know how to trigger the automations. And if they needed to send a sympathy or a one-off card, you're not going to get called every time they need to do that. So great, great input
Yeah.
there, Marie. Thank you.
Like that.
So any challenges that anybody's having right now that you would like the group to help you with?
I would love to get that email that was sent out. I forget who sent it out. About the lower cost for the people who quit the system. I can't think
I
of
think
what
that was Marie, and she couldn't you weren't able to post the whole email, were you, Marie? It wouldn't let you.
I was not, I sent it to Kimberly. I don't know. Kimberly, can you put it in the chat?
If you send it to me,
I don't have it handy. I'd have to go through my emails.
Or maybe
Yeah.
email it to me or something.
yeah, if you can email it to me, Marie, I can.
Okay.
I have the email up, and I should be able to put it in.
So it's too big to put in the chat, I think.
I think it was just on her. I've put a lot in the chat before.
Okay.
We'll see when she sends it. I'm keeping an eye out for it. But in the meantime, anybody else have anything? I still need to send an email out. I'll tell you, I have been successful. I'm not a strong proponent of the $29 birthday membership because I think businesses need more than that, but it is an entry level. And I can tell you that I had quite a few people in my BNI that used to use the system and they weren't great at using it every month. So they stopped because they thought it was too much, the 79 or the 199. So I got up in my BNI a few weeks ago when we released the birthday membership, and I said, I am looking for brand new businesses or businesses that I have talked to in the past that thought our system was too expensive because we have a new membership at a lower level that is good for thank yous and birthdays. And I had 4 people reach out to me.
Yep.
So, you know, I didn't do the email and I want to do that. But I did kind of talk about it at BNI. Mike was like, why are you bringing that up? The 29 isn't the best, but it's the best place sometimes just to get people's feet wet and let them see the system and get a few responses, get a few great responses, referrals or repeat business or bigger business, and then they're hooked, you know, and then you can move them up to the other memberships.
And
Did
a
you
piece of the
send
pie
it?
is better than no pie.
Yep, exactly. And, you know, I used to have a bunch of people on the light membership when we had it a long time ago. They're not, I wouldn't say a ton. I always have more pros and executives, but I had quite a few, probably 15 to 20 that were on the light membership. And so I want to make sure I have one that was on the light membership that was pushed up to the pro membership, I think. I don't know what membership, but his membership changed. And I said to him, yeah, prices, printing prices, paper, everything's gone up. Nothing's remained the same. We have to raise the prices or we won't be profitable and we'll close. Because he said, you've had me hooked for years and now, and so I explained to him the birthday membership and he was glad that I explained it to him. So that's the other thing is when customers are reaching out to you or texting you or you see somebody dropping off, have a conversation with them because everything's gone up. Here in Colorado, our homeowners insurance almost doubled this last year. Yeah. Car insurance went up, homeowners drastically went up. Nothing is staying the same right now. And if they think that a company can keep their prices the same forever, they're in a fantasy world. And I still think our prices are extremely reasonable. Like I said a few weeks ago, if you go look at one of our, in air quotes, competitors, I don't necessarily see them as a competitor. But if you go look at their website, there's like 10 different options.
Saw it.
And if you look at their pricing, we hands down beat their pricing. We do not want to be the low cost leader. But right now, you can leverage some of that, but make sure you let your customers know we do not want to be the low cost leader. We don't want to be the lowest price. We want to provide you with the best tools at an affordable price. We just happen right now to be better than others in pricing. So it's a chance to pick up people that are not happy with other systems. There are people, I've run into people that are doing postcard marketing and the company only does postcard marketing. They can't do thank yous. They can't do other things. I've run into a few people lately with Client Giant. They were not happy with Client Giant because they couldn't personalize, they couldn't customize, they couldn't choose what was going out. You pay a certain fee. It would sort of be like saying our ultimate closing gift automation is what it is and you can't change it. So if you don't like it, oh well. And they didn't get the response last year with Client Giant that they got when they sent their Christmas gifts out through me. So they are now switching over to using Mailbox Power. So there's opportunities out there. to be seized. Go seize them. Any last minute thoughts before we close out the call for this week?
Brenda, you should have my email. If you
Oh,
want to.
yep, I got it. Hold on, let me. See if I can. Paste.
Irma, I put my calendar link in the chat.
Yep, just grabbed it.
Oh, good. Okay.
Thank
I
you
was having
so
a little
much.
technical difficulty here, so I'm glad I was able to get it in there.
Yeah, I'm looking at it as we speak.
Okay, yeah, that's the best. Just set something up and we'll chat.
Oh, thank you.
It was too big even in mine, but I'm just breaking it into 3
Mhm.
different chats so you can paste it together. So there's the email that Marie sent. So everybody grab, if you don't know how to grab the chat, and save it, it's the 3 dots at the bottom, it's more, and then save chat. And you can save that so that you have it.
Perfect.
Thank you for sharing that, Marie. We appreciate it.
Of course.
And I just hope that you all have an awesome week, and I will see you next Monday on the Mastermind call.
Yay.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye,
Thanks.
thank you.